Afishiapa. Afio baby sasa den. Na che 6 March Independence Day edition ene de ebre we to him table so a Ghana flag. Esu. Yamaya ni o. Russia and Ukraine mun tram baby mun yesi entran ye baby. Tie na afie usu na adekoreti ha the Ghana flag ya bebo ha and we say yeah. And the Ghana dem ene ye we. Na watwe ye ho dwiri ye. No kure say my lawyer my counselor. Ye ti asem ya na ye da so a enye ye di asem. Omamu aso ya omo na kuntabuo ni di parking kan ne ade omo hweso Ghana Statistical Service for ese hwehwemu a omo ye ne ye kenkan nipa no afi na omo pone ho e de ba abonten na mu ba ko na wotwe omo pone ba ye ne nipa dodo a aware wo manmu omo agya ya ware omo so aye kotramba bi nam tramba bi kakra ma ne mema ho am na dooso start na ba ye na kuntabuo ni de ma ne dooso che mema se ma ejaya ware do so che mema ejaya ware se dabi yenti ase we de ene wose enya nimdefo a wo ye counselor no say lawyer otimi ato ne bo am ate ase sei baga na wonta enya no se nipa ba ko woni nyina asa o ye lawyer no ye lawyer ba anta enya lawyer o ye counselor empo asori wa rise as akoye bishop aje se nyame ye hira no double ntimi me dem de dachi no for so agiman enam na be di dwumadi ho chia me ena panya ede ne bae bishop lawyer Frederick Kwame Asamoah eja akwaba atade no so de guy
yes we are traditional
me advert mo man enye ka mo fans kakra eso one high bet free me pay
yes sharp
but na say be ka bibia Ghana independence 65 years
yes
when you ni kakra watrem wa lawyer ya adwuma ya mabunu ni de ye de hu se mu jan yan ke betu afri Ghana asem komani mu ose ana normal
oh any normal by this time 65 years say share other countries I am independence like Malaysia and things by this time we should have gone somewhere far but well this is where we find ourselves and the reasons are plenty
okay yeah politics kesi ya ne penifie de na but esa say ye maburu ni so ebu ya bamu
it is true now say bibi ntem mainly in the area of our leadership side no say improve kakra ya nya in term best worse than what we find now
what to kwan do our to kwan na aba na hwe ye Ghana ya ye tim na de toto se de ne mekwa se ya ka achiri pa
na ne me wani say your leaders no almost to kwan and they see what other countries have done unfortunately we want to apply what now we feel I just can't explain. I don't want to put blame anywhere but it's just unfortunate that we are where we are.
And yes, I don't know the crown here, but yes, I don't hey, and I have a X natural mineral water, and so I say, and then the British Empire become Mammo Kakra. Thank you. It's X is Papa, and so I say, I'm an educated bro. It has only been 50 BBS, and no, you per se call Ghana Statistical Service for. Omo na de ehwehwemu no ebae ti bi so mpese yetie omo to chirechim kakra ni wi a na fe lawyer counselor ya ba ho na ya to yebo na ya bewrem kakra eti papa ba ko a wo hwe research ne so ni ade ono na ye call no ho a o chirem kakra eti yenkotie ne de emra na fe nkomo no yemfiti ase ankasa
na ibisa omo nya fe duminu ediko but wo hwe yen krata mu na yewo ya no omo mwanya mfi dumnum ekono ibisa se omo ware se the city na when ye dia edikan a yebisa esemwe afi 2010 yebisa na 2021 so yebisa enti se yebu akonta na ye hwe se dia wo ka se divorce no yenya 2021 no 2.8 so them say they be more can say 553,000 and 65 no sana ekusi buy ekobuy no and in 2010 no na figure near 3.8 and him we must say sisi ampo no figure no go down kakra we had to 2010 de no ha and sana Ibu akunta fa nipa ni adan kan no sana isiko buy no
o ejaya dase opanyin Godwin or the JB on a head instrument design planning and analysis eja utai to so Ghana Statistical Service. Omo na to omo koye ehwehwemu no. Na che say Ghana ehwehwemu a omo ye na no omo ba ye fiefiem nipa aware 19,873,607. Omo minim de to omo no qualified for marriage. 19,873,607. And omo a ejaya aware no 553,065. 553,065. Eche yebeba separation no eso. And no omo say oya no hanche mu dia na che say divorce for okay never married for no married for no 42%. And the divorce for no 2.8%. Aware wo Ghana nipa 553,065. And eja aware we lawyer we counselor eyo nwa
enyima cry because your back court system no ma entity no land cases as assessment pan a rule or court but say no divorce has outweighed it, so now there's more divorce cases in the court than any other category. Once a case no your category say land cases, commercial cases, but say no divorce is higher than all of them.
Hey, ya can say na say beto ntu hwe TV ne so a TVSYZ na wo hwe no en na deda so no divorce for one graph kese omo e separated dey do so am married for no so ho mo am nware ye no musu mu data ye dey am never married for no say mo don so na dey but so 500 was enyo won wen dey na say mo dey mo say bi a doctor for ne nurse for because dey be ani payare nti we are lawyer nti gofo ja ware say enyo won sa yati figure ni ahun ko
say again lawyers na mo divorce we work number here but it's what we are working with it ye hu dey bia every day divorce in court is so much. So there's something wrong in the society. But what the problem and the movement mechanism here, but the point is that there's something wrong. So divorce is on the high. It's not just a Ghana Statistical Service for ye. We know we are doing them. And maybe cry they are more that they have not gotten. Because yes, a bit more they are not able to say it because home ferry. So it's a fact. One either say or sorry say or be divorce. A warrior and you. But which in practical terms no is a separation. Okay. Now so and if you ask also my worry, but in reality no aware na egu. Nti anka ye compare figures crap no anka be more.
Afi yem free lawyer for court na yem refi. O sha e den na ma esisa because me ma me nem papa over 50 years. Mom da so tete wo.
Yes.
Na my father ndi na asesa. Fioko school.
So Ushe pass this statistics from my personal observation. People between 5 years and 10 years. One would the cranny dorsal. I mean,
one
chair and one crap, one would the cranny dorsal. As against in Crawford, 20, 25 pages and the cost are. But the early parts, in terms of the 5 years, 10 years, maximum 15 years, that category of people, I tell you that numbers near high.
We are lawyer, the people when you worry and chair, no age, I worry and doors.
Crashing now, my warrior chain.
Oh, but Sabi can number 4 year pay, so can phone number. How are you? Are you at work? You are looking good. Come on, warrior, no, you're spicy. No, I don't need money, age, I can see.
Interest says something is going wrong in the society. Well, something that used to be there is no longer there. Or something that is not there is now there. And no point na difference na banisano. I don't say shame ye. And
why so na for you free? Why a dear now is na it was there. Nani ho and is there. Acquire there. Some analysis nobody no be funny be a dear na I touch him.
First foundation. The basis of marriage sisiano ye nyen ye. Marriage is built on good friendship. Marriage is based on character. But it's saying you share too much. You share other things. Mainly sex. Nti a man phone to mo so they build friendship, they build courtship, they know themselves, and then build character for long-term journey. Estati a penny the sex abem. Into enchebiano, you think that you love, you think that you are in a good relationship. But sex, the worry, sex is just the other thing. Now the character. And that is the first problem that I'll talk about.
I thought that I say, yeah, now so for so much pressure, kakra, when more banner there, who you need be worry no. 6 months, 8 months, or you say, oh, mammy, quite no one, the young worry preco. And yet now so the behun the suban.
And how long you stay is how well you stay. Well, our courtship and I'm friendly dating these days, no. And yet, our who date you be and so there are principles of courtship. One of them is to take your time and know the person. But enchebia sex bema, it disrupts mind. It takes away your focus. Into be too bossy, actually the character of the person. So then you leave it. Then you are enjoying the body. Then you are happy. So we are good. Oh, we are doing well. Okay. Then you can stay 6 months or you can stay 1 year or 2 years. But because that is what is dominating, so that we can marry. But more worry here. Sex is nothing in marriage. It's normal. It is subaino. A honor will be say, sana subay dear mean to me and in intina. Not long, then you want to come out of it.
I just said the whole candy, and you see a shame crying, say, more worry, more young penny for idea, there's some penny for anymore. This why I say, oh, so dear, Mamiana may be wild to it as I may cash about qua. I don't know from my many a day. Now, cash and maybe I ended the net to us. But what can I say? Just almost a young warrior cried as a more.
Well, send me a pastor, and I'll say that from the Christian perspective, that's the advice that you stay put. But I know also that this generation will move to me. And so then they get involved. But we are just explaining the consequences. Yeah. Well, as soon as you get involved, sex is a very powerful tool, Nana. It's a very, very powerful tool. It's not something like, oh, let me do small and leave it and then we can know. As soon as you touch it, then they call. Oh, and sex blinds. Oh,
it's me fraweni.
It's me fraweni. Until you say, he's a liar, or can't drop but when you're she, they may manage it. Well, so you see bad character. Normally, Anka, ube jemu, no apo baby afa. But because you think you are enjoying the body part, you want to keep it. So it's a way there, when you're she. It's say, I mean, normally some dating, you be no a book a cry, who say, wait there, when you're she, no. But who are here? I feel the boo, no boo ye.
So I know young warrior, I won't say opaburo. But now what say, oh, bejai.
Mainly because of the body. Because they are enjoying the body. Say you don't want to leave that part. So yeah, me manage it. But who worry we also wait there challenge to manage it. Then you want to come out of it.
No, sir, I was so from there, said, and I was so warriors. That's how they just go to be a jay. After 2 years, he had also
because after 2 years, now the body aspect is gone and you are seeing the real character. Now, character be what you can't live with it. So it would have been better to come out. That man we are dating. That time they say Ujai, but because you want to keep the body and enjoying it, you manage and then you enter marriage. Then you come to realize that marriage is a long journey. Dating, how long is dating? Dating 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Marriage is 30 years, 40 years. We say no, we meet now for the next 40 years. And they say me paying baby for.
Okay. My lawyer, my counselor, Ghana Statistical Service for Monako Pass them there about 1 million. And you pay Jaya Warrior, Kobe 1 million there. Your parents who cry no more Jai Kessia. I just ask them, Eja, where was a foundation? Still our foundation, young Kobe.
Yes.
Apart from Onya Wadamfo, no one is Subino.
Choice. Among the wrong choice. Many people make wrong choices.
Oh.
Yes, want to see.
Oh, but no offer. Only life.
Yes. Coca-Cola ship. Yes. Bema or be this kind of budget.
I mean, the cry young guys in the BJ. As I said, because Opa Bema or Wabba. I don't hear the water. Yeah, the idea. Bema one who the TV had dreadlocks.
Yes.
So the idea.
Hey.
Exactly. That's your choice. What's the choice?
This is a worker. So at the end of the day, the choice is based on flimsy things. And you're durable, and you're ancient. Oh, and it will not sustain in marriage. About you about you shaping is say fine. So that's all right. It's okay to have attraction. But when that is the key thing that drives you, living the important thing, the friendship, the respect, the good attitude and good character. physical things, Coca-Cola shape ni dear Charlie. Those things are not durable. So people are driven more by those things, and then they marry. At the end of the day, they say Charlie, and yeah, no, better.
Council, okay, can we say near Mayor about Moridi? Okay, I said the Omunya view. Cause I was so sure who's here, and as soon as I say, yeah, well, one is can work until we talk.
Not that is bad, though. By all means, yeah, council cry, you can say, as so bad, yeah, Charlie, you have to look attractive. So a man can come close to you, and yeah, Bema, but I'm saying that emphasis, no, wrong. And no more, the key thing as against the character or the friendship. Our real, according to Bible, Genesis 2:18, is about companionship. But I said that I will give you a friend comparable to you, a friend suitable for you. So you build character of friendship, like respect, like sacrifice, like things like that. Okay, those are the things you must build for a long marriage. But we don't concentrate on those things. Yeah, we concentrate on the body.
Body, so I don't know about home. Yeah, try see dear. And I about 5 years. I studied the panel when you suban you.
Oh, Nana, and take you 5 years.
That's the whole kind because you wouldn't tell me. I say, Boy, Sulia, acquire Ika, and I was a bet to any so when my bounce and as I do. Dear partner, sister BT was met me free bear me home. I see us here, why not? I quite some sign.
All right, we go back to the foundation. What is the foundation of marriage? It's friendship. Marriage crown you can and yes spiritual too much. Those spiritual side were hono and yes spiritual and yes friendship. So build character of friendship. Now Oceana the person is not building that character of friendship with you, then you can leave. Nana, a simple thing. Sometimes Bemanu sika yo wapa wa ban say chale ade no cash wo. Now so doesn't respect ombu talks to you anyhow, handles you anyhow. But if you are security until they are maintaining at least, or you show kakra. Fine. Now, who worry we are? Who say no. Second will there, but at least I say or show respect. But it's not his character. Well, but now you are supposed to leave it into sharp person baby. With the second will there, now so respect anyone today, and they may pay me baby afa. Then you enter into area of divorce. Well.
Lawyer, anya bi asa quotation bi na tete mo kire adane na is it Ephesians chapter ho baby no hwehwe wo fie ma me so on dey me pa che no men should love their wives, women should submit to their husbands.
Yes, Ephesians 5:20 going.
And they say men kan kakra e men ma no ntimi ndo mo yire no enough kan be kan ma ne nko ande esmen dey be ma na eja ware ndo so che men ma no say yeah bebe no so answer and then man so they say submissiveness no omutimi mrom wase mo omukunu no ana
and also ka ho in another chapter that is development or changes about say as against yamamu time and now changes have come, so and also can but the men to have problems
mema oh sir oh say meme pia krom befi
oh and you say obebi fie per se, but any masses there have been development. A man, they went to school with us. They studied with us. A big crap. We had yes in school. So women are not as dumb as it used to be, as you can see them. Now they are intelligent. It is say oh yeah, man, Charlie, so yesterday, because you are talking to intelligent people. Not the kind of women that our grandmothers were.
No papa na ye farmer na na yiri di nachi wa wo kra na say wa sa age sekan ato de kon ho na osonema na be ma na ba na okra tai na obo hwerema wa nko school sabi they ne the answer me sum mikunu odu fi abanu anso hia asa ma no
it is na those concept of submission no is easy, but sister submission e wo ho, but except who consider say sister no e man no they are not like our grandmothers. They have gone to school. They have polished their nails. They have made their hair. They are holding phones. They know what you know. Sometimes they know more than you know. Sister Cry, they have money too. So what are you trying to say?
That's no more than the Bible, no.
Yes, it's two ways. One way, but first part of my campaign is a man no. They must change their attitude towards our wives as compared to our grandmothers. No, it is only ukunumu akwejuma. We be do fie 8 o'clock. We see them. Yenua eduane ma. no problem. But maybe there's stew in the fridge. Rice cooker woho. But what you know is that those days, my parents, no, mommy, so my wife. At this time, when we all went to work, we all struggled, got the money, and we have all come to the house that I must go and cook again. When you can just cook it, my friend, times have changed. You must realize it and change tactics. And yes, Anna, you are running into problem because you can't hold mobile phones here as a man and be using grandfather style of marriage.
No, I can't remember say mo ya come here. See, a mobile phone and then so you see your papa and now put down the phone. Because someone can maybe say, can I be straight by your car? Pushing me, I didn't whom you know as an American. But that's still it is a sabi or bow one for there. Also, bones and when you done it, if you lose our taste.
Yes, why not? And that is the thing. Even up to now, you're a marriage counselor. You catch a man say, Charlie, don't say that because you've gone to school, you can't cook. That's not to me, Diani. Do you understand? And all sorts. Maybe I say, I ben kwanyo, light soup, bibisa. But sisiano in modern times, no. Maybe obey side when weekend. Wa first why you be weekend or they share fridge ma. Why you need there? Now you as a man, when you come back from work, meaning there's soup, there's stew, there you can continue. That rigid things that look, Nana, I have a friend who says that the husband demands that anopa. And so now obekwe juma, I so do a juma by 8 o'clock. I say only a fresh. Me say fresh.
Anopebia fresh.
Say you want pesia fresh and pesia fresh rice. Onya mano and so now work juma. These things brings problem because times have changed. All that I want to say is that the times have changed, so the attitude and the style towards marriage must change.
And the lawyer, and you say yet, it is our down free. And you know, I said, "Oh, sorry, I'm matching. You couldn't pen on. Now, your man, I said, when you come back."
Now, I didn't know Nikunu so on TSC. May you and to say, my grandmother, I know dear, or Nediania, only be Biako, or fear, or 3 years, Sato, and tin there, yedi. But now, we're so quick, Juma, she traffic a work room. Into so do Juma by 8 o'clock. A Juma or Yanosu, a wow. Anambwa. Because Kakakra at least Obenyano, it helps in the house. Either she takes care of herself or takes care of the women. And no crap we can't. And remember be brave or munye be baby. They leave it to the women. But still, you are asking for this one and you want to get this one. Remember, Obana Ofano no. The person is already a lady. We're polishing in sir. Why? And yeah, grammar. So you must know how and appear here with the correct time, with intelligence and respect.
And to obi say no, you ever say to Uber to bear man for say, ebi on peko bi niko se bi toda endi. Mo nye de bia o me no de man ofi. Na we na ever say to ko mu ya den ana, bebe so wan no ama me anya obekwa. Say no egu aware o.
Now I can. That's why the statistics is showing. Why can't men also adjust? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that the Bible have not changed you. The submission is there. The roles of women are there. But it's changed a bit in terms of the style of doing it. So men, you should change a bit.
Mr. Musa statistics, mo fe no e hono ntu o ma me bio. The man no ejaya ware do so chen me ma ejaya ware no. Because I me nwanwa kakra, we Ghana Statistical Service for and the buy and na wo mo hwehwe mu a mo ye na yesua de film. Timosha map on this so maybe a man eja ware no ne number there is a 300,000 there member eja ware be 190,000 pebi
so something
where divorce is separated mon ko baako bi no graph baako ne de no omo and was yes ya ma ne bra bi o twimtwim ko baako bi so sa wo ho na ma e bi o eno ha
yes.
Divorce gender no.
It's almost times
female, the uncle 362,000.
Yes. And I remember, so it's almost like times 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lawyer counselor.
Yes, sir.
You say can say be member de ko jai ma ware.
Aha.
Na na nhwemu nko ye che say e ma mom e na jai ware dodo che mema.
So something has happened between our grandmother and now. BBAC. E den yesi.
DNS.
Emma go school more than those days. Inti si anu ade ayesua freedom, liberty, constitution, I know my rights. Sisi anu they know more than they used to know. Inti those days grandma ebi aye ni bibi wa ware ma onpe but enye she o det na hu nkola nti that is fine but sisi anu enimdiaba knowledge has come And it's a powerful tool. And it has come to many women. So if the men also don't change to understand that one, then now the women will go out. Formerly, Emma, to go to court. Oni baby obefa. Today, oni baby obefa court. Akoja warrior. Knowledge has come and it is powerful.
Lawyer, yen nani ni say, ya besa ba separation near the abetua we so. Say, Emma do no ja warrior che mema. Sebi. Ye ja warrior. Anya ma so na brekese ene mofra.
It depends on how you see it, Nana, and depends on the grounds pa or the ja warrior no. To say enu na obi ka chem. Asina, e dey no ye mami. Untia school fees. On hwen kola no, on to hwe mami, on bumi, he etc. Inti ebia ne aka ni ebia sex.
Anadwene ho akire no dia.
Enu na aka.
Obekrokro kakra na. Odi ase hot so.
It is Osha. And it is a if the man is not performing all these things, really, if I'm alone, I'm okay. And these days, no, Nana, a very important point, our researchers, I can say, now the women can stand on their own as compared to Emma Breno. Now, she is working, maybe all cracker. She's good position. She is financing more. Until you as a man, if you are not there, or shepa, ni hunchre no. And sex to add is so much. They can get it elsewhere. So Oshema, the stress that you are giving him as a man, so the key point is that now women are more independent than our forefathers. That's what I'm trying to show. They are more independent, they are more stable financially. And therefore they can be on their own. So these days, a member those days, I say, when you're straight now, and then he'll find either live alone or find another person.
But counselor, as a man, so sebi, who you now worry, who was Kakra, you whom you knew about, as a Rebecca said, who subentin as a say, on worry. Yamamono. Yes. But we expect to say, wasn't status usu wo kunu bi di wachi.
Yes.
Now so benti na marry as be say dem cancer pan fa ho.
Oh, they will marry. In fact, expect getting children. And now that's the concept. Oh, I need a child. You know, it's more like I need a child than marriage. Because I worry the stress be bebana and he doesn't want. But if it is only about children, he will try and get children and I'll pay a child from anybody. But they understand the concept of marrying, but the problem is that they can't stay around the stress. When the stress becomes too much, then with one child, two children, okay.
But counselor, watch your TV so that TV XYZ, my lawyer, my counselor. So marriage is work.
Yes.
And the stress is a part of the work.
Yes.
And the young work here.
Exactly, and I agree that a man so no, don't just get up and run away. Mature, face it, try and do something about it. Well, I'm just talking about this side of it. But Emma, I don't agree that as soon as you get into the least stress, no, you run away. As soon as I have a way out. No, stay around it. Try and solve it.
Because you be no so kakra you be say you enjoy your worry no. But just say Emma enjoy worry Emma.
Yes.
Your generation.
And you're fine.
Bu abamo. Where's the Emma so for mo adwene o?
Oh, that's just statistics. Worry. You look at yours. Near a will fear no. No be share. If you manage it well, so there and cast statistics no.
No,
so it just gives you a little mind that the way that things used to be. A man for a man particular to me dean statistics in China says say an woman and it's very true. In court, a man they come more.
And the bush of Bakubi so Monfa graph now to so and one but ye chimpi dear. Say regions by regions so jaiswa. Yes, Ashanti region and a topocra. Oba Ashanti region de Katiti and say ma menum dear. If you are old town, sir, our de Jibodi, Yabutre, Netra. Where the Ashanti so different.
No, but that's a Jibodi no age man. It's now who son age man.
And then ye money ye juma.
Na make first no knowledge anyhow. That's a say no dear. There be you can't some things that our grandmothers tolerated. Let me put this one in. The fact that now the statistics show that there are more women, it doesn't mean that the older women those days no mumbre or were not happy. They were suffering. They were not happy. But because they're and colonity. But these modern ones no, because of knowledge, on now obeko court akoji divorce. No why free kakra.
We're free.
That's how they see it. Though divorce has got its problems. I know so I can say who divorce, especially woman, it's not as simple as that. Especially for Emma, because Emma dear, they'll remarry. But you woman, you may not remarry. But pressure a woman, no. Sometimes they just prefer jumping out.
I want to nankasa jibodi nyabotre nankatena ho no enka ba nkola ni nti it was an ya de tutu yefo emunya wa na nyambom na nkola ne ba ye ka project me nkwasa o kwasan
ampa
eje se nka ware no tuamu a
yes but say enye bibia no betimi atena ho nana especially say ban say abuse, physical abuse yeah bo no nana be den. How long is the enye shield that's now? Or surround pa or ba who say ya bono ni chicks and things are they be 1 week time. You can't yes it's okay, go again. Okay, aye nana, if it's your sister, you can't tolerate it. So at the point that enough is enough.
Enough is enough no. Paragraph ba ku bi na yellow wom, blue wom, red wom. Sa color we pencil de na violet be ne mafo na sesa no. Paragraph no ema me the ya trust population and housing census marital status no na yem bi se bisa questions bi ansa na ye twa ye ho ba na ya to ye bo akọ separation nim because so papa ne to ne bo ase kirem me nim se rafu be nya no aba the ya trust never married 39.6%. Almost so aware also omo ware eso omo ware.
It's unfortunate.
Na no sabi aho kire nti
okay
ebi enye we pe ba ku bi no mama eno yeah mo eti so obetima zoom kakra ma yellow de na yi no ya
blue baby a blue no
baby a blue no wo never married omo a ye bisa wa ware da me ware so mo wo mo panyin fie so Ghana population be 39%.
First of all Emma no does so same Emma no nti ye che ne one crap eventually people make it.
That's nothing like omo anya bia wo so mo hwe ye mo de ye
exactly it's na ye catch them say if you get one keep it well nana
be keep it so no mu dwane koi
and just say wo ko hia bibia eso they want what they can keep
na etoda asem bia lawyer e bi mo kam nim say eno so ye adwuma say want no get no want to the Pentecost brother na ni Jesus sister yin pa sister so ye timme de kakra o de kopa guy ni no de akofa no so guy de to da be me so sister ye church girl fine brand one say oso no kro ye bote dodo ma me mfo obi a otimi me maso mani tinwi careless I don't need choice ni bia o kan na
exactly well because as those in the church they be I catch them say remember what me romantic
yeah romantic na one romantic
say na okay guy but that guy no what testing him into nim what's up. It's yes, so you're fine for the courtship time, but who worry after don't say no guy or two guy. So 10 years after now you can see that adultery, infidelity, and also. So at the end of the day, Chalosha with the meet now after the old journey. So choice has to see the key thing. Wow.
Baba could be almost statistics ni year so yellow ne de no. Fasa graph na bra. Informal or living together 8.2%.
Okay.
Omo tibomu a omo ware.
Yes.
8.2%. I just say almost be 3 million no. Seka 10%. Omo tibom eso omo ware.
Be sana be man na person be ware.
Na nyo ba no mo so na ma na yefo.
Oh no, normally is the men who for other reasons, other legal reasons or social reasons no, on person be committing who so much. Well, in 10 years, at least we are here, Obama me, me, and we are living together. But in reality, no, on person by yes ceremony, no, a warrior ceremony, he doesn't want to do, and that is not good. I push that a man, one press a man who say, even if it's customary marriage, take some drinks to my parents and recognize me as a wife. That's fine. But we there living together and not see me as a wife there. In fact, it doesn't help us.
Now say living together any futu a ode me. E man no so asa ya omo de. Sister bi na me share ni di nkomo. Oh me dey Friday me kwa adwuma me dey me weekend ntade nyina agum bag mu. Enti me kwa me guy ne ho a na chese me spend Friday night, Saturday. Oni ma asore de. Asore pe bi no wo. Sunday no asa de akwa asore. No pomba be de wi a Monday okwa adwuma asa no de akoni fie.
You're fine. You're fine. It's sad for me as a pastor and for it's not the best, you know. But I blame both of them. Well, I mean, Emani there now there's pressure around. In saying there, Onyo Bisana he wants to keep. many people, this generation, they think that sex is what keeps a good relationship. And as I'm making core of it is that this generation believes that sex is what will keep relationship.
That's marriage, the relationship, 70%, 80% is sex.
We agree. Especially, I mean, sex is a force.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but there are other things which are equally important or maybe more important. Oh, but they forget those things and dwell so much on the sex. Thinking that sex, you keep the person and maybe you marry. Fine. Because at the end of the day, every weekend, okay, fine. Now, marriage, the sex in the for marriage. So now it's no longer a factor. Now, ushe character, which me also respect and other things. They say, no. Okay, you are inside already. So you either divorce or that's it.
But character, counselor, no one is perfect.
Exactly.
Obia what announce.
Yes.
It is a bia also now, so I can manage it.
Anything that during courtship, no, you take your time and study the person. Say, well, no, the problem here. He has this problem, and everybody has a problem. But then you work at it a bit in the courtship and ask yourself, can I live with this character for the rest of my life? Ibia Ochantro, that is a big. He's a liar. Bottom line, Ibia Utikema, Munam Dansoma, Obi friend or Kumase, he's a liar. But you believe that as for liar, then you can live with the liar. That is fine. And then you manage it like that. So you know. Into worrying now him say we or Chantro, but I can live with it. And yeah, I mean it's nothing new. Yeah. That understand. But if you don't know, or you are making it up, tisa, and then later you enter into marriage and then you see the real thing, and no problem no.
Oh, me wa down for baby, ono kra do catch him say Sarah o Bible mkro betima yete se ono. Oh, ti say Sarah say ya na no panyifo nam nim se mutie. Ni kunu one ni ba no wa frɛ say oh hega we me semba miria. Have fun. If you ask so you
yes.
Also no worry obetima yesabi.
Yes.
And sister, when you worry it na what can you say?
Oh, if you obetima ye. I have a friend that she says that the fact that the husband caught out and you know any problem, but she say he's another problem altogether.
And the bear man crack up again.
I know there's any problem. He thinks that men are like that. In the end, they were psyching arguing. Say, I mean, if it's a marvel for there, that's not her problem. But about the respect, send your bear man in the castle fee, send your call out the attitude. And no mona so that's what I'm saying. I know the character. So that this one I can live with it, and it's now and there's no problem. But and you say be worried, then you go and see someone say, oh, wait, the name in him say oh, because you didn't court well, you didn't date well.
Now, na ye ma menum date na ho no. E wo say wo kan ni bia ba ne ade de. Say say de mo ye ho enye.
And that is where we say that Christian principles no by this time anka ese enusu ebe mumo won say no matter what no there are Christian principles bia eba ware mu a ebeboa. For instance, love. You can say love in agape love, the God kind of love. Bible says that whilst we were sinners, God showed his love and made Christ to die for us. So we were bad, we were terrible, but God gave us Christ in our state. So in the same way, when people are married, by all means you see something negative. By all means you see something negative. But can't love overcome it? The Bible says that love covers a multitude of sins. Well, but agape lover, Christians, if I say demonstrating, this generation, I thought they be able to me demonstrating it.
Counselor, lawyer, Bishop Frederick Kwame Asamoah and Nayanya no ewa hano, or a law lecturer at Central University. Or say Bishop Victory Bible Church International, Excellent Sanctuary, or Doko branch, and the province or a provincial superintendent, marriage counselor number 1. Or mem wakosku say lawyer. Ye be man nam kwan chen from me a counselor, college kra sebi. With the lawyer says you are the nim dear, ya twena betena ni sua de. Counselor.
Yes.
Statistics ne ba ye afem am fa bishop de
no problem.
Nipa bebre se asori na die hwamo. Ko omo eja ware dodo na fra asori dem.
It's unfortunate. And pastor me say as a lawyer I see people. Yes, Christians so are also divorcing. It's embarrassing. It's I don't know how come, but I can say Christian principles are it's not coming in very well. For instance, love, forgiveness. Well, they must be able to do it, express it, but it do unfortunately.
enti I was say asore ne kire aware no ka ho anase de was ye kire ye ayo see time and harvest time ni nyina boa ye tiase still worship more righteousness more ni ade I was say year no calendar no Bible so me bi so ye dedicate your marriage ana
ampa pa I don't know why miss me say most churches so much through our topic in fact hardly would you go to church and find a teaching on marriage and there be a wedding and there be mass more exhortation into knowledge and our principles of Bible no most Christians don't know. So marriage counseling a year 6 months 3 months decoration so the enough and cash. So at the end of the day, no, yes, they are Christians, but they don't know the principles of marriage. Oh, it's one worry and son uncle search at the son easy like that. To a point, no, I also think the church must force them more. So now, we must put marriage down. Sunday, they are a number of weeks, a number of months. With bizarre questions, at least it will help. But what means that some people do, some people not do, but majority now we've given knowledge. But the church, I don't see church teaching much about marriage.
Sorry, do you be invited for 1 month?
Ajay. Last Sunday, because Church of Pentecost, it was fine. Or don't call it right, it was very fast. We talked about yes, our yes, but it was about the process of marriage, the customary marriage, ordinance marriage, but other aspects, may say, particularly building the marital character. And I advise that if churches can do that, the statistics will be better from kakra.
More. The baba form no here it's me kai say X natural mineral water mo amobe order bi no you osu Oxford Street na so bisa photo club we dey bia me bom din so na no betwa mo photo am spare me passport picture kakra fe de na efe the bom team say yes mo your photo club ampa to do anu bi so obi as TBSYZ we enso ni bia ba warehouse kase wa betu bi koton eso mfa so nyina yo dia occasion bi ekoso a fansuo we bi ko fama omo ye mfa serve obi say money bie suo na mo de be cry guy man self statistics ni be ba from then na wase ye ye nya boafo nkrato mra ye ba my lawyer my counselor your bishop lawyer Frederick Asamoah wa ha mo so for dachi no for so agima me so me wa ha ya ka kire bia tutu ni nyina ho sane aso so ye ba.
We are 1 man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo.
Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always free, fresh, natural, eggs, mineral, water.
Still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, Check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks. Check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Check, auto checks.
Yada mo ase Ghana de hye ne nyinam ne ye kae mo nyame adom Ghana de 65 years empire me yi ma o ya fa emi kase pa ahye ho se wo so nyame o ma onya fa hodie sika se mo ma onya fa hodie mo amonware ya fi o ma mo fa hodie ne se o ba ma kunu na so aye Mr na Mrs enya bad kase amen ade ato nyame anim 31st wo bo ho mpaye no huhu ma asem ye Ghana enya independence ayeka independence day no so ma independence wa de bi a chechero ma won de wo ho no o ma de wo ka say amen nyame hira pa ba bibia wo bia na yenya bishop lawyer say marriage counselor papa Frederick Kwame Asamoah wo aha kira de esu apom kira law bishop what kira law be how many years ni
20 about 25 years so
year bia wunja into 5 years
no. It's my natural God-given talent I love it actually.
Ochreman bia be ya lawyer for there no hu omo for senior na senior senior enya say bi o
senior
your generation bishop still ye baba papa ni kire ayim kakra mai but ye dwumadi omo aware hwe omo anware ye ehwe never married almost 40% of Ghanaians enware da ema bi esiso omo dura aware age omo nya be ma ye omo taste omo hu bibi e wo na anu TV bi a omo ye ade ba akwa iwo so ebi kro hwe ye de wi abaka hwe wo na bisa ma ni bisa be ma kind of be ma be na ape na bi ye mpede o ka pede o si ni fie awie me pede o ye se ni se na resa o be ya sabi na ho fe no so anware ye na TV so no obepe boy akwa na never married no said omo na ye omo ho ana se fiefo na ye omo
both ways but first of all unrealistic expectations. Well, unrealistic expectations. You can't remember there about how men are more interested in figure and things. And so some of them is just money, material things. And that's the key thing for them. And so they are not taking their time to get a person who loves them, cares for them. And that's all material things. So at the end of the day, they can search and they may not get.
But Bishop Sikadi and Bible cross money answered all things.
Yes.
The Kenyans can you say
fine. Me can say me yes can. At the end of the day, no. I don't have focus into or share near ubit me in your car no so it be a raffle and it be a this it be those material things but well you can't warrior. We are living together with somebody to fulfill a purpose of God and one more cry selfishness.
Or do not know kwano. You benya DNA.
That's it. The men are smart, the women are smart. I don't give my ear ball.
Kabushom Kenya Kawi Yame who yamobo Yawodi and Amdeka. Kawari Kabit my contractor na. I come once and 2 years. My has a year, Yanaka renewed.
Well, maybe in the natural side, but in the Bible is not so. Bible, no marriage is a covenant. Into Rema is for life. We are supposed to have that mindset. And actually, under our law now, that is it. Marriage, the intention, as you enter in marriage, it is for life. And you say, oh, yes, so 1 year, 2 years, and yeah, footballers.
Oh, number one, down for we will go. Oh, no, also, no, or day to a contract, 6 months. A drive over here, one year contract, also called pay.
Fine. That's in the area we give space that you can come out of it if you don't like what you see. But date is supposed to lead to marriage. But who worry, dear? And now be soft, be simple. Heading, but that is what we call marriage. And I can some people, money binu school a woman call education and civilization. See, it doesn't see how he can tie herself down like that. And be don't worry. Yes, but he will try and get a child. I'll take off a child. But pa say, or be worry say, be my bed, tete me ana me no. And that's a societal problem. I tell the society we have
okay. Yeah, nane kakra say. Eya opanyi Godwin JB. Eto ne bo ase, their friend is separation ne so. Ochire mu kakra. Ebra Ghana Statistical Service for ne Ghana de hye dia enkomo no. Omo agya ware na ne na 500,000 no. Omo so a omu nyanya so oma separate ba counselor wa here na ye betime room tie papa no emra na
separated no said that Mr. Kind no e kire se bia oma worry am obi a problem kakra wo ana se ntamtaw kakra wo enti no obi a tena baby kakra yengu a ware ne ye e betumi aba se on betumi aka abom ana se bia bibisa e ba ne sa na se yengu a ware ne ye na so figure ye nya no yenya na 2.0 eka se omo aware no I say a problem kakra wo na mo obi atini baby a friend separated 2.0 2021 yebisa nsem defa ya ware sem no edima nipa enya fidunu eko no emu 405,090 eka se oma ware na aware no mo no problem kakra or how kakra wo enti I say omo atiti kakra na mo yengu aware ne ye emema no eye 1.6 say na emma no so eye 2.5 eye emema no number ne ye 153,011 eye emma no so omo figure ne eye 252,079. And your man, like I said, my Java, and I said, you could be say, my worry is 80. No, so me, my worry no dear good. Okay. And I say, separated out, young warren, our woman, or how cacrow. And I say, you move at the cacra, no more young go our near. Sana is a change, said I will be some no, Ubisa, no, I catch you so, Sana, me jab. Be a war, my worry ceremony. Eti, in 1.6 demand a member money 2.
Judge be ya da se pa ni say what them hwe wo ho wo ho ya da se said ya ba oje officer Penny Godwin or the JB no or your head instrument design planning and analysis e Ghana Statistical Service and what to buchim Bishop separation so do 400,000 and also man are separate sa do also che mema are separate and only one way of solution and separation dey change divorce no send the difference
so let's talk about the difference from the legal perspective. Now you see divorce I just say aware no you trim cry it doesn't exist anymore, so now you are totally independent on your way. And no in law, in our law no before you get to divorce, that the marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation. Oh, that's very important. The background of the base of divorce that the marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation. All right, separation is where, like, okay, you know, there's
separation. So it is how I remember 500,000 years. Where they built on.
Broken down beyond reconciliation. What means that family woman they themselves couldn't solve it, family members couldn't solve it, relatives couldn't solve it, friends couldn't solve it, pastors didn't solve it, imams couldn't solve it. Nobody can solve the problems. In India, is broken down beyond reconciliation.
You bet magia to me. I said, do 500,000 said okay. It is a be respect no man pay 43 so munyina atra ware so ya anya to me jai sa ware no
statistics na eka. That's what the statistics say.
But bro for no lawyer for the na the ben am say as I try ya for no normal me jai ware no asori no jai ware me jai ware.
Another change that has come in our society before we get to the separation part is that first no divorce yet the word divorce crapona you shake. You before say we are divorcee. These days no the young men don't fear divorce. Is it divorce? In fact, no. The term divorcee and funny, but those days, those days, no people don't get there. But these days, no, it's no longer a stigma. It's no longer disturbing to say that I married and I divorced. In fact, after a point, it's becoming fashionable.
So, any now say the video be I'm divorced.
Well, but those days, so even though you don't like it, no, you don't want to get to the point where it's that it is divorce. But these days they don't care. So and they just go to court. And sometimes they just insist that my lord, I am tired. I want to come out. They cause you. please, you can go out.
Separation.
Yes. Now, separation there, it means that there's hope.
Okay.
HSA it's not broken down beyond that reconciliation. And now, one more creative space, either they themselves can see that they are come together, and I be a pastor, be cancer, and I be then they will come back. So that is what is separation. But under our law, separation is not strictly legal. And you say the law will not permit you are legally separated. Baby, whereby we have not divorced. But it's got a lot of legal consequences. IHS still you are married. Still you are married. IHS if it is ordinance marriage, you cannot marry another person because at least you are still married to the person you have separated from.
The time I'm separating ni nyina no say be abaku asam to na na bibia wo say ye pair ne dofo ba still
you are the official person in the records as married because it's not divorced, so you are not out of it, you are still inside.
Na separation dey mean so so for penny dey bitabo bi mo ewia say omtimi sa e be kan bo mu dey.
Majority they don't come back. Majority don't come back. But that's the idea. Say, after a point, say, oh, yeah, this guy cry. Yeah. All right, I miss my wife. Then they'll come back. But the normal problem is that almost separatist it's not separation in household. Now, ubiti dansoma, bakoso ti, sprinters, separation. Near what dansoma, or any dear, or any nema or near other was sprinters, or no so any nema or so at the end of the day, by the time I realize they all get into other relationships. Well, and then they turn their back. They never want to come back.
Oh, but you also mama kwahwe me ba nanim. Oba na ya okay mama na ha kakra. Oh, now what the mom found to mama kata.
Oh yes. In fact, that's the hope, and that's what hope. And as a pastor, we prefer a little separation and coming back together, and we are better, than divorce. Oh, but in any case, that's what happens.
Yempe solutions kakra na sa ne apona ba me se ye sa ba betoa so and the oba for uburu buku no sa abra nema ye gina so abetimi de agya ware because we can reconcilable we no beyond reconcilable repairs no we should pass statistics we am ye penso ye agya ware normal
as a society we must rise up. That's the whole thing. It's not only Christian issue. It's all round. The society must rise up and check it so that we don't drop. Because the other side, the flip side of it is that our real juma and the amount for LGBT something. Young people they are going there. I had a relationship with a young man and he disappointed me. He betrayed me. I don't want guys anymore. I'm a woman, but I want a woman friend because she will not disappoint me. She will not hurt me. So society slowly will be going towards that direction. And that is what we as pastors pray, that we solve it. So that marriages work.
Oh, but I say one numpo the almost some say sebi untime because ebi so aso person ka wonya body to maame ti say say obekọ oba to oba na be ma say odi ompo oba na bepe oyonko be ma because oba bi ate wakoma be de wa to maame bedi that's also the same case you are
a very traditional person. These are the things your mind. Modern girls and boys don't think like that per se.
Hey na dey be ye mu awari jaye bebrebe.
Foundation, first of all, birds of the same feathers. Oh, I'm a pastor, so let me start from the church. Our advice is that Christians marry Christians. Well, when you are a Christian, when you marry a Christian, your mindset is the same. Well, and more importantly, because when you are sorry, assembly can at least move ferry pastor kakra. It gives room for resolution. But say among for they don't have religious and not only Christian specifics, like maybe even if you are a Muslim and Muslim, they understand themselves, they move together and they respect authority. But we find a situation whereby people who are not committed to any religious affiliation, then you marry. Or okay, problem but no friend now. Say, hey, my friend, we pastor assembly family. So we don't get the chance to reconcile them. We don't get a chance to advise them. We don't get a chance to bring them back together. And so we beg. When we say it, almost say Christian boys are not romantic, Christian girls are
but
it helps. Eventually, you are able to stay in a marriage or get somebody that you can all respect and get somewhere. That's my first line of solution.
I know I can me carry sister Pentecost ni bia ye call the wedding. Na nurse ni fine. Enye DJ ni bia wa no. Ya kwa wedding fine. Chere DJ no Brante ya keka se broni na de Bible ba ye ti asori hia ne sa ne ema yi. Eja sister nurse Pentecost ya. Over issue bi kra nya asem ba se de okay. Which choir church boy kakra ko be fere asofo mpo.
Oh, nana.
Le yire so akwaji loan aba adwuma mu man loan om de atoka. Bishop omo ntokwa ni nya oba na betoka ama no.
Oh.
Awari jan na ni o. Wa jan ne yire sister Pentecost ni fan say na de just theories bia wakosua e de ja sister fan. What do you count?
There's one on my table now. It's so embarrassing. Adenya, Bema, our worry nice girl. He wants to have sex from the anus. Oh.
Na sister is saying to Obeja.
Not so to me. But a typical Christian, and you say be one of Christians, a typical Christian will not think in that way. Philosophy no a little different. So we beg them, as much as possible, marry people of your kind. Yes, Anna. We have people who you are shy of, you respect, and then we can reconcile from that point.
Yeah, solutions in there. So say worry, baby. Sasa who say they were worried, cry them say unkonto kwa krada, ubukre food. Asa who worried there heaven there.
Nana,
o see yesuya there.
Yesuya there.
You say bia, ebi wo baby there.
I thank God, at least you are across it. 18 years we are going. But it's all a matter of decision, a matter of mindset. Say, and maybe what is not going to be a problem. But I'll say more that it's because of the Christian principles we apply. More importantly, respect. Well, from the Christian perspective, from the Christian perspective, we understand that my wife is God's gift to me. Inti me treatina enye ono per se, but me say nyame in order ni chair me. If my wife also sees me as God's gift to her, we say yakweni ma, then enough respect, because menene kasa ana BBC krapwa, I respect her that she is a God's gift to me. So enough respect on all angles. We have gone fairly far. Se BBC ne sina a trace swa, se mi pastor na mi bishop friend me say, hey, tenase, me nunka. I say yes sir. So at the end of the day, we don't have space for divorce. But many people, all those things are broken down. They are so independent and alone.
There be baby I can not just a home put in here because crowd the better as I could do bishop when him. Not just be our bibi gum.
Oh yes, our idea definitely bibi and as we grow, they be bibi. But when we apply simple principles that mini bibiako, whatever it is, yen solving it, yen koso. That helps a lot.
It say we mu jaware. O ma mi say de ntro ma jaware de. E bi enkoduru ba bi say obu tietia wo kun bi na ye na ye simi kunu no akofa girl ba ako. Na the gospel artist na me kunu akofa girl de mi ntimi nwa no. Say bi no de jaya ne bia. We bi say tie kan ye.
Nana nwa. But that's the thing. There are some that are very serious. In fact, they're serious. But they're doing anything. There are some of the issues come. Say now kinds of things. Because talk about any problem. So there are some issues, but the whole thing is that we must get to a point. And so let me go back to the divorce. Broken down beyond reconciliation. So that reconciliation part, first of all, we can go and say that nana somebody that can speak to us and say, oh yes sir. If we don't have means of that reconciliation, and then Mimi Dream say, na away into marriage, into divorce, na I say bibia.
Eja ye kura separation edoso, divorce edoso, I'm married edoso. Widows and 5.8% yenya ko je so so bi ewu eje omu kunu eje omo yere ho. Ezo no so mema de wu kese. And also doors asemo bishop ye kra no wa wo di kan ti asemi ne afutu adbema omo enware ye ene omo ma ware se aware jaye ekoso ye penso you will be twa to o camera ni hwem na Ghana ti
o basically people should understand what is marriage. The marriage a covenant between two people for life in order to do God's work. Into some mindset no and where dream say marriage is for life. Yes, issues will come, troubles will come. I know some are very heavy, but because we understand that it is God's institution for life, as much as possible, let us reconcile. Because I'm a pastor, I'll say it again that let Christian principles come in. Christians be Christians in the home. Show love, show respect, show forgiveness, so that when all these things mix up, we can have a stable marriage and a stable society, so that our children will look upon our marriage and say that marriage is good, I'll go into it. If not, we will disappoint ourselves and disappoint our children. God have mercy on us.
Amen. Oh, me da se baby a odi wie no. E che se obahwe wa wareye na anhye ni nkran so person na wareye se ne maame ne papa de a question mark wo. E wa adwuma ye. Asemi modu. Odi awie na me kram kan me ye ma hye me. Che se wo se me ma mo hwe me. Se ma wareye anya mo fa. Na me hu ye mobo. My lawyer, my counselor, and any the ABC ni nyina ye kan nyame adom. O say Ghana, Ghana this 65 oh. Or call retirement. Sister, your mama no kwadwuma bi 65 mema. Ghana your retirement age. By the nyame ase ye ma ye ni ye mpe Ukraine Russia asem bia wa. The trade ampon de ma ye no. Mo ani nje enwure hwe my lawyer, my counselor wi apekra pie kopem mo to bi no fehira okra. Nipa so de ye Ghana ye ni ahia ne wo. Ebrebe ma yakwan haya na ye ABC TV fo ni nyina medamase wo hwe toto ne amase bibia ebeko ye general manager Aboaje AC Baraf International eso ima fo ni nyina mbobodin a wa hwe amambo obidi ba fia wusu producer numere Ghana statistics for ye damase ye ba ye moje ofeso ema bibia ye fine you be ni so ani age ho that's ne ye be se hia ene busu mi kra enya aware nkwa hunza don't worry be say ya so we lawyer obeka ne de lawyer, counselor, bishop. That's it. It's lawyer, bishop, Frederick Kwame Asamoah Atene kan. If I'm a Dachi, Ofusu Ajima, Nyamen kan. That's in the Ebesesia.